what's up you guys, this is Rob from A Gay Guy Plays, and today on The Snapshot, it's all about supersizing that staff when we take a look at Wukong's Primal Rage build. Okay, so to be 100% honest with you, I wanted to wait to get this build out, due to the fact that as of his release, there is a possible bug that has yet to be taken care of. But I've got so many questions and requests that I figured I'd show you the build that I'm running now, and then give you the info on the possible tweak I may decide to make once things have been fixed. So if it's a few weeks out, be sure you're watching with annotations turned on. And for mobile users, take a gander in the description box to make sure you didn't miss anything. Now before we get to the build, let's take a very quick look at the playstyle. As many of you already know, Wukong is a bit of a trick-based brawler, using Cloudwalker's ability to trigger stealth kills on priority targets, Steel Jab to add in a bit of close quarters CC, and of course the Defy and Rage combo to make him near immortal. The build I'm currently using balances all of these out along with Primal Fury, giving you insane survivability while also empowering your rod. Now let's take a look at the snapshot. As you can see, I've added in 4 Forma for this, mainly due to a build variation I'm testing. For the actual build I'm featuring, you'll only need 3. However, if you want to be a pleb and don't want to change over your V polarity so you can use the extra mod points from Steel Charge, you'll only really need 1 or 2 depending on what you toss in your Exiles slot. So I would prioritize a D slot first, then if you feel the need for more room, add in a V. Now, for you gorgeous monkey-loving pole riders, swap your aura over to a dash, then add the D and the V. Now, as for the build, as you can tell, this is a pretty standard setup for typical brawlers, using Vitality, Steel Fiber, and Rage. We toss in the standard efficiency mods, then slap on some duration and primed flow so that we can keep our toggles up without having to constantly be taking a pounding. Now, as you can see, I've completely omitted range mods, and that's mainly due to the fact that after some playtesting, at this current point in time, the range bonus from Prime Fury does not seem to be applying, which I'm assuming is a bug. I've stacked both Overextended and Stretch on and never been able to get it to strike more than 7 meters at full mast. Now, assuming that I haven't confused the mechanics, when this gets fixed, I'll most likely be swapping Primed Flow for Stretch, just because I am a bit of a size queen. Now there is one cool variation that I've been playing around with, which is the reason I added the extra dash. If you're not a big fan of melee, you can swap out Intensify for Narrow-Minded to grant bonus invincibility duration to Defy. Just don't forget to refresh the toggle every now and then so you'll get the maximum amount of health back, thus giving Rage more HP to work off of. And for those wondering, I definitely feel like both Steel Fiber and Vitality are needed for this one, especially during higher level missions. The bonus HP also pairs extremely well with Arcane Grace, as it'll get you more health back than without it. Now lastly, one of the biggest questions I've got was how I made his staff so big. As we know, melee mods transfer their bonuses onto Wukong's bow, which of course includes Primed Reach. Without it, all you'll be playing with is his shaft, and you'll have to whack it a few times to see it grow. However, give it a nice hefty reach, and that sucker will be big enough to pitch a tent with. You'll also notice that I've got Life Strike on there. That is a 100% must include, just in case you end up in a spot where you'll be triggering Defy back to back. As we know, Defy's HP restoration depletes with each trigger when not refreshed, meaning that you'll get less and less HP back. So toggle Life Strike on for a quick jump in HP for Rage to convert back into energy. And lastly, this bit is extremely personal, but if you notice, I did leave Berserker off even though I'm using a crit build. Frankly, I'm the kind of guy who likes pulling off combos, and with Berserker triggered, it's near impossible to chain anything but the block combo consistently. So I chose to forego Berserker for Fury to have more consistency in my timing. Because let's face it, what's the point in wielding the biggest rod on the block if you have no technique to back it up? So thank you all for watching yet another snapshot. If you haven't already checked it out, be sure to watch my rundown on Wukong for even more details on his ability set. And for those of you itching for another brawler build, take a gander at my previous snapshot on Saren's Venomous Lash. Now, don't forget to do all the things that I ask you to do at the end of every one of these, and as always, stay tuned for more of my pole length analysis here at A Gay Guy Plays. Admittedly, I am not the biggest fan of rainbows, however, this is pretty fucking cool.